Next to Formula One, touring cars is the most popular racing series in Britain. The 150-mile-an-hour cars are roughly based on those we use every day, and the drivers are the ones in the spotlight. But what about the unsung heroes, the mechanics, the engineers?
Well, I've joined the Honda team at the first round of the British Touring Car Championship to find out exactly what goes on.
More than 40 people support the two cars, each with specific responsibilities. Tyres, suspension, brakes and gearbox preparations are essential to get 100% from the car and keep the driver happy.
After the warm-up this morning, we decided to do a quick diff change, to change the diff setup, which should get it to James's liking.
The 2-litre 300 bhp engine also needs careful management, including an internal examination. But is it easy to be a touring car mechanic?
If they've got the right general attitude, it's technically fairly easy. Obviously, there's different levels of technicians on the car. They work their way up to being in charge of the car. And yeah, so long as they're good, competent people and they're prepared to work the hours and have the commitment, it's not a problem.
Everybody has an equally vital part to play. Although the public only see the driver out there doing his stuff, it is a team effort. Everybody has their role to play and everybody has to do their role 105%.
We've got quite a close-knit team. The guys know when to have fun and when to work, which helps. And yeah, everybody's very involved.
And I got involved too. These tyres are filled with nitrogen for stability and are preheated to 80 degrees for more grip. Together with a magnesium wheel, each costs £1,500. And with a variety of compounds, no fewer than 60 tyres are brought to each meeting. That's a staggering £90,000 worth.
They've been here now for 5 days, testing and tweaking in preparation for just one perfect qualifying lap to determine the starting position on the grid. And what are your hopes for qualifying for the team?
I'd like to see front row grid position, and I think James is quite capable of certainly a front row, possibly pole.
In control of a car costing $250,000, James Thompson is told his current lap time and position, 4th. Under the clock-watching eyes of the crew, he pushes even harder.
Well, currently now James is leading. He's on pole position. There are 3 more people to run, so the worst we could be is 4th. The best we could be is on pole. So fingers crossed, and let's hope some of the others go slower.
The Volvo doesn't, so Thompson starts 2nd with teammate Peter Cox 5th for the first race at Thruxton.
The car's a bit of a handful around here. It's the fastest circuit in the country and one of the quickest in Europe, so the car's moving around a lot. But no, I made a pretty good lap.
What are you up to under there?
We're just checking the underneath of the car. James had a bit of a moment at the chicane, I think. He's just gone across the curbs. We're just checking for damage.
While the boys plan pre-race team tactics, the girls arrange the important stuff: hospitality for the day's sponsors and guests. Back in the pits, some are still hard at work. Others take time out to catch up with another race, Formula One. Back to business and the brakes are bled. The driving seat is 1.5 feet behind its position in a road-going Accord and sits as low to the floor as possible for better stability. While I get to grips with just one task, the team finishes a zillion others. The budget for the season is £5 million. Though nobody makes a fortune, after a few years' experience, a mechanic would expect to make more than their high street equivalent, but this is not a 9-to-5 job. Today is the first real test for 6 months. More than 25,000 people bask in the Easter sunshine to watch Thompson make a killer start to head the field. Hopes are up. But not for long. He's outrun by a Volvo, and Jason Plato's Renault squeezes the Honda into 3rd.
We're still challenging for the lead. We're very closely behind, and if we're pushing, I think we're going to be okay with this one.
And okay they are. A podium place for Thompson, while Volvo takes the flag.
Oh, it's good. It's very pleasing. make a few improvements for the car for the second race, and I'm sure we'll be in better shape.
New for 98 are pit stops, introduced to spice things up for spectators. For 3 weeks, the boys have been practicing and have managed to change the 2 wheels in under 10 seconds. All eyes will be on them.
I think there's a degree of expectation, if you like, and trepidation. It's one of those things which is new to us. If it goes well, I'm sure everyone's going to be really pleased.
What will happen if the weather changes?
It'll be chaos. The pit lane will be very, very, very busy. I'd imagine it'd be a bit dangerous as well. So.
And the forecast doesn't look good.
Apparently, Dave says that stuff over there is snow. It's always handy, isn't it? A bit of snow. Yeah, I'll get the snow tyres ready then.
Thompson begins the second race in 4th place, but can he keep the front runners for the first corner? Having started 9th, Cox is the first in for fresh rubber. A few years ago, these guys started off as the only mechanic on a mate's racing car. Today, they're part of a top touring car team, and next year it could be Formula One. Cox goes back into battle thanks to a faultless performance by the helmet-clad pit stoppers.
Not as quick as we've done in practice, but with the pressure on, it's obviously going to be a bit longer.
Wheel came off really well. I got the nut on and it just went really smooth, and really happy how the way it went.
Thompson momentarily hands the race reins to the team, relying on a quick stop to keep alive his hopes of a good result. They manage it, and concerns turn towards the sky. A wet track and slicks makes it all too easy to go over the limit and smack into the tyre wall. Alan Menu takes the race for Renault, but 3rd and 7th for the Honda boys is not a bad day's work.
Yeah, they did a really good job. We timed everybody's pit stops, and I think Rydell had the quickest pit stop, and we had the next 2. So the guys did a good job.
Really pleased with the teamwork for the pit stops, and I think we've done very well.
It was all getting rather crazy, to be honest with you. It's never seen a race where it snowed before.
James has been very descriptive of the weather out and about, and I won't repeat any of it.
I think we're generally fairly happy. I mean, both cars finished the races, no mechanical failures as such, which is really the aim of the technicians.
It may look glamorous, but when the champagne's gone, the mechanics pack the truck, go back to base and start work again at 8 o'clock the next morning.
Next week, move over Nicole, because Jeremy is testing the new Renault Clio. 50 years of a chunky motoring legend? No, not Tony Mason, the Land Rover. And Unlicensed to Kill, Michelle Newman on the hidden menace of unlicensed drivers.
I want to kiss you.